After what felt like hours, Adam starts to drift back into consciousness. The dark, suffocating weight of wooziness was finally lifting. However, things didn't feel quite right. Not only was he incredibly tired, but he also felt his muscles were constricted. Everything felt sore. Everything felt tight. Not again. Adam's eyes slowly flirted open. Christ's sake, my head. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Oh shit, where am I? Panic starts to rush through Adam's body as he realizes he's tied up and bound to a throne. His wrists were locked onto the chair's arms with the handcuffs, while his ankles were tied by restraints similar to when Bart was subdued. Icy fear flooded his senses as he also realized that someone had to have dragged him here and constrained his body. For what purpose, Adam was too terrified to think about or know. No! Adam starts to shake and move about, fiercely attempting to free himself. Fuck! Suddenly, the ever dreaded tone Adam had become so accustomed to fearing came roaring on. Fuck you! Fuck you and let me go! You make me sick. Even now I thought seeing you like this would do something. Would stir something in me, my humanity. And remind me why I shouldn't do this. However, I feel nothing. You so disgust me. All I feel is searing venom and even more resolve that people like you should just die. Although it was still distorted, Adam could hear a terrifying finality and sense of victory in the voice. Please don't do this. You don't have to do this. Just let me go. I won't tell. I promise I won't tell anybody. So just please. Hot tears started falling from Adam's eyes as his head dropped like a discarded doll. Please. Oh shit. Okay, so I have an idea. I don't like my idea, but I have an idea. I'm gonna go back and save over the. Oh, I can save over here. Awesome. Okay. I do have an idea of who the killers are, and I'm not quite fond of it. But I didn't trust Lucky because, you know, Steve was too obvious. Like, we automatically hated Steve because of what he did. Lars is. Lars is probably just innocent in all this. I don't know where the fuck Kang is. I don't know. I don't like him. I guess he was meant to give that impression. I don't like Pierce either, so fuck Pierce. Bart seemed genuine in the last conversation we had with him, so that would probably be Earl as well. And Vance, we don't know too much about, so you know. Gretchen, we've heard enough. Before Adam could comprehend what was truly happening, two menacing figures creeped into the room and gathered before him. So, what do you think? The lion spoke in the same distorted voice as Goatman. He stared with a chillingly playful grin at Adam, all the while fussing with the straight razor in his hand. The golden razor was beautiful, but disgustingly marred with what looked like a combination of old and fresh blood. Seriously, I give zero shits either way. Goatman started to hold his blade higher and stood over Adam intimidatingly. Let me go! Come on, man, do you think we'd be that fucking stupid? All this time I thought it was just a single cycle, but there's more than one of you, wasn't there? Adam says this while looking accusingly at Goatman. Sorry to say, but yes, you got it completely wrong. Suddenly, those large double doors to the right swing open. The sound shocked him. The lion and Goatman hardly flinched as if expecting it. Another figure slithered into view, gliding calmly toward the murderer's duo and placed itself firmly between them. That's not terrifying at all. So here we are. Is this what you expected? Your voice. Unlike the others, the man in the snake mask did not have his voice disguised. It's familiar, but Adam couldn't quite place it. All the masks are equipped with voice alteration units. I turned mine off, cuz. Well, frankly, it doesn't matter to anyone, does it, Adam? Oh, and speaking of masks, can I take this damn thing off already? Not without permission. It's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter anymore. Thank God. Lucky? Lucky pulls off his mask and tosses it aggressively to the side. This was not the Lucky Adam thought he knew. His eyes were manic, and a twisted smile crawled up, distorting his face. No shit, Sherlock. Let me guess. You were expecting this, Lucky? You aren't the only one who can act around here, huh? Goatman gently takes off his mask to reveal something that caused Adam's heart to sink. Oh my god, that feels so much better. I can't even explain it. Hi, Adam. Welcome to the party. Or, since we're both actors, I should say the final act. Adam was stunned at the sight of his friend. I thought what shocked him most was Vince's voice. Gone was the low baritone, soft-spoken, and monosyllabic voice Adam knew. Instead, Vince had a rather effeminate inflection and mannerism to his speech. What the fuck, Vince? Your voice? I'm not your bro. Not anymore. I never was. So, who's the better actor now, then? I always knew you secretly thought you were above me in that department, but guess what? You thought I was a completely different person for months. Standing silently was the Viper, who Adam turned to while wearing a hurt expression on his face. Then you're Earl. Don't look so upset, Adam. It doesn't suit you and your perfect life. But how? You're dead. I saw you die. No, you saw who you thought was me. That was King. No! Wow. Amazing. What a haircut, close up, and spray on hair color can do, don't you think? I had to carve out his face so no one could tell the corpse wasn't mine. I made him pay, and it was righteous. You set this whole thing up, didn't you? A lot of this was my scheme, but this little game we played wouldn't have been possible without Lucky. He's a talented programmer and the game designer extraordinaire. Ah, shucks, you flatter me, Earl. Give me the pleasure of carving Adam up, as a reward for a job well done. Please? Lucky squeals in delight. Quit it, Lucky. Earl's speaking. Earl's eyes narrowed and glimmered in a scary way, sharp like a flash of light across a blade. Once I was in the puzzle room with Steve, I feigned searching and made sure I was near a gas mask I hid. Then I activated the gas and lights off event using a miniature remote that Lucky crafted. I left Steve and tied up Bart and King. Bart, as deadweight, is extremely heavy, so I tied him up first. Once King was tied up, I made sure he was awake for what came next. Oh my god. What did King ever do to you? King was a disgusting excuse for an Asian. The worst, most offensive kind. Did you not read his swole profile? His profile on the phone app you showed us? He doesn't say explicitly, but all the qualities he wants in a partner are all Caucasian. Makes me sick. He's so brainwashed that he can't even find his own race attractive. As a Hawaiian, I agree with Earl. He needed to die, and those like him too, in the most brutalized way. This guy got really fucked up. Won't even fucking give his own kind a shot. Denies him the opportunity of love and happiness. He bought into this false ideal that white men are the pinnacle of gay attractiveness. He's not a fucking idiot. He's not oblivious. He chose to feed the beast. The Sword app has a very special feature where if you pay for its premium membership, you can view his metrics. Based on demographics, it is clear he neither sent nor replied to messages from anyone that was Asian. 90% of the time, he exclusively only messaged and replied back to white guys. Even though he claimed on his profile to be open-minded. That pathetic, self-hating fuck. Aw, I wanted to see him beg for his life, trying to lie his way out of this one. Also needed a body double so I could run things from the shadows. Kang was a perfect candidate. Same skin tone, almost same height, but a single fatal flaw that he was destroyed for. Justly so. Who is this person? How did he not notice how sick Vince was the entire time? Vince, please. I know you claim you were acting the whole time, but we had a lot of fun moments. Laughing at slutty girls at parties, driving each other home when the other was too drunk, improv classes together. Don't waste your breath, Adam. Vince is completely sub to me. Yeah, he's a top, but he's so submissive that when he finds someone he recognizes as master, if they are controlling enough, he devotes himself completely. He even thinks he loves me for some reason. Because I do. Earl rolls his eyes and continues rather matter-of-factly. It's just our king power dynamic that you love, not me. I bet you're wondering how Vince's goat met, since we're all in the room where Lars drowned. It was animatronic, a mannequin on a stick that propped up when I activated it with my remote. Fun fact, the voice of our host was pre-recorded and triggered the same way. Arrow designed the blueprint for Escape Mansion WeHo. Oh, you probably deserve a pat on the back now. Watch your mouth. Before I cleave it off. I just want to know why. Why? Yes, why? Why go through the trouble of all this? Why kill Lars of all people? You know you'll never get away with that, with any of this. Lars. I truly regret having to drag him into this mess. We did research to dig up dirt, but I can truthfully say he was a good man. It's a shame he had to go. But we had to destroy the glowing symbol of what Lars represented. Lars was a peerless man, unreachable. Unfortunately, he represented the apex of white perfection, of physical perfection, tall and buff, of masculinity and manly perfection. I can't have him as a shining gold standard of what every gay man accepts as the only thing they should pursue. Small minded as most gay men are, what happens to those who do not fit into his mode? Will they find acceptance? Will they ever find love? Oh shit, we got an answer choice. Fuck me. Ah, I'm gonna drop a save. Oh my goodness. This was such a turn of events. I was not expecting any of this. Lucky I kind of knew he had it in for everybody because the way he was behaving towards the middle of the game, that was kind of obvious. Earl kind of disappeared early on, so poor King, that poor dude. As shitty as choosing white man can be, but that's not a good reason to try. Of course they will. I'm gonna go say that. Love and acceptance starts within. If you love and accept yourself, the rest does follow. Believe me, I know. It took a long time before I loved myself. You mean you fell in love with yourself? No, I mean I love who I am. You think my life's been easy? And maybe it has compared to others. But I had to work at it, hard, like everyone else. Humans and higher mammals are the only creatures that require affection. Do you know what happens when a person of, or even a stinking chimpanzee is isolated without interaction, affection, or love for an extended period? Their minds break, insanity, and in extreme cases, it leads to suicide. How dare you and those like you deny us of that affection, excluding us because of your elitist preferences? You're murderers yourselves. Why should we die? Yeah, duh, let's kill the ones causing the fucking problem instead. You're insane. All revolutionaries were considered insane, so they brought change for the better. Earl taught me that change isn't something that comes gently like a sunrise. It's a violent, chaotic force, like a volcanic eruption that changes and then reshapes the world around it. People will see our point. Minds will change. Acceptance and soon love will be attainable for everyone. But first, we need to set examples. While you struggled through puzzles, I watched on these monitors, waited, and we picked off these assholes one by one. Got Pierce right there. I'm assuming that's Bart. Kang, perhaps? So where's Lars? No, it has to be Lars. And who's that? That's Kang? Maybe? I don't know. Men like Steve, sick, predatory, opportunist, white rice queens all need to be splayed open. Ever wonder why you see so many gay Asian men with much older, much more unattractive white men? Asians feel they can't do any better. They butt into the false idol. Because narcissistic white men like you have contributed to or brainwashed the world into thinking you're everything. Conditioned and broken down for rejection. They figure any white man is better than none. Dogs like Steve then pounce, fetishize us with no regard for us as humans. Easily replaceable, we are purely sexual objects. I won't tolerate that abuse of my people. I made sure the price was death, and that it was slow and excruciating. I took care of Pierce myself, that muscle-bound pighound. Did you see the shitbird swole profile? What a miracle turd of a person to be able to embody all the things we hate. Notice how we didn't bother treating me. Notice how he didn't bother treating me like a person because I was fat. That I didn't deserve to live because I'm an undateable subhuman blob. It was everything to see his blood pour down his juicy, muscular pecs. For a hot, snapped bodybuilder, a real man to cry and beg pitifully for mercy from a troll like me. It fucking turned me on so much. I had to jack off. I made him watch. I hated him. I hate all guys like him. I'll take care of Bart. Bart? Adam's heart soared for a brief moment. He's not dead yet. Not yet. He's tied up in another room. Why bother to release him last time if you're just going to finish him off now? Well, he said a few things to convince Joe he may not be a complete lost cause. A momentary lapse of judgment. But we all know Bart is no saint, even if he works at the community center. He preaches tolerance and equality daily, but once again, we saw digital proof of his sins. He thinks he's the ultimate in masculinity by being some fake, on-trend, lumbersexual flunky. How could he be a good role model to, for instance, young femme tweens and spout bullshit about hope and that life gets better, when he himself only keeps in company of friends and lovers who are hyper-masculine, hairy bear caricatures? Talk about hypocrisy. Talk about prejudice under the guise of community or tribe. Bart isn't perfect. Oh, fuck. Fuck! There's gonna be a lot of saving in this episode right here. I do apologize in advance for that. Mainly because I don't know what to do. Bart isn't perfect. He just has a different perspective than you. Your views are so harsh. Have you considered, let's say he's in the wrong, that he hasn't been exposed to a different point of view? That he may not have thought of it. Oop. And I just got off the phone with my cousin. Okay. You need to give people a chance to make things right, especially if you think they did wrong. Since you're so sure of yourself, let's switch gears and talk about you. You're the star, the key to this whole thing. Adam gulped. Hearing he was the star made him sick to his stomach. The situation was dire, and one slip, one wrong comment, and it would be over. Whatever it is you want from me, I'm telling you, you're wrong. Just, please don't. And if it's something you need me to do, I'm sorry, but I just won't help you with your fucked up plans. What is it about you, Adam, that everyone wants, huh? That 2 million people around the world are so entranced that they need to follow you. You're so fucking vapid. Does that make you proud? To be a product of substance. That 2 million people around the world want to fuck you. It's good to know you have such value, that you're more than what's on the outside. Earl's speech was dripping with venomous sarcasm. It was so acidic that one could imagine it burning holes into the floor. Yeah, I want to know what gives you that special something, that it factor. I can be charismatic as fuck, but no one will look at me the way they look at you. And it can't just be because you're hot, because there are a ton of hot douchebags everywhere, but you with your 2 million fans, you must have something special inside that separates you from the pack. If I carve you open, will I find it? Will it be there in your chest or gut, shining like a gem I can hold? Maybe I can absorb it and my life can get a little more perfect too. It'll just be walls of meat, bound by sinew and fat. Just like all the rest. Lucky, there's nothing at him. He has as much integrity and soul as a fucking balloon. His value is merely projected onto him by others because of how white, hot, built, and masculine he is. That's not true. Hey Adam, do you have any non-white friends, you fucking piece of shit? Yeah, do you have pals who aren't muscular, CrossFit, protein drinking fucktards? We saw your Nowgram and all your pictures are like that. Of course not. He's so obsessed with the image and that everyone around him fits his persona on Nowgram that he can't be seen with anyone unlike him. Vince, you are my friend. You aren't white. You aren't even outgoing, and still I felt there was something there, that we could be friends. Liar, I know exactly who you are. You're one of those homophobic gays, so damn insecure you can't have friends or especially lovers who aren't straight acting. That word disgusts me. Do you know how many idiots have broken Vince's little heart once they find out he wasn't the lumberjack of their dreams? I know what I am, Adam. How I sound and act. I'm not the most masculine guy despite how I look. I know you'd be embarrassed and never would have brought me around if I had been myself. That's what I thought. You only kept me around because I could help your career. That's not fair. But that's what it is, isn't it? You're so used to people worshiping you and getting your way that you become completely selfish. You are the glaring example of what's wrong with our entire gay culture. But you are also extremely visible. So even you can be useful. What do you mean? Once we slaughter you, we'll post your various remains onto your Nowgram account. We'll also use your fanbase to showcase Kang's, Pierce's, and everyone else's as a warning and a statement. 2 million people will learn fear and either change their hearts or cower because we will be coming for them. I'll use Steve's website to showcase his own demise, and of course, Lars's death will gain media attention. This isn't an isolated event. This is a revolution. We'll kill until there's no one left but our supporters, and the world has shifted towards accountability. You'll never know what it's like to be ignored, passed over, laughed at, shunned because you can't help your body's hype. My genetic inferiority won't be something that keeps me from a happy life. All you gay, white, 6'3", muscular, masculine shit eaters won't be worshipped anymore. Stop! You won't get away with this. We most certainly will. No one really knows any of us here tonight. There are no records, no books. Once we're done, we set up the mansion to burn down in flames. It'll look like an electrical fire and no evidence will be left. By the time anyone realizes any of you are missing, they'll think you all died in an accident. That'll give us enough time to disappear back into the abyss. Then we'll post all our footage and pits like I mentioned, thus shocking the global gay community into re-evaluating itself. But by then, we'll be impossible to find and have set up shop somewhere else, where we'll devour another sediment until everyone finally gets it. So what do you think? You should be honored to be part of something this monumentous. Time seems to stop for Adam. He closes his eyes for a second. When he reopens them, they glimmer with wetness from a layer of tears just above the surface. How will he handle this? Oh, fuck's sake. I'm gonna drop a save right here. Guys, I don't know what the actual answer could be. I mean, there's... How? How do we deal with this? We be fierce, what? I'm pretty sure if we're fierce, we're just gonna fucking die. I mean, I think that's all there is to it. Um, speak calmly and genuinely. We could. I mean, that's what probably saved Bart. Um, let's see. Well, I guess since we saved, we're gonna go with the middle one. If I could take away the pain you guys feel, I would. I don't know how I didn't see it there before. Anyways, it's getting late, and the night isn't as fresh as it used to be. Don't you agree? Adam? I'm sorry. A long, dreadful silence has come over those in the bright white room. What did you say? I'm sorry this happened to you. Oh, are you trying to pity me? I thought you were all monsters. Actually, you're like working parts of a whole beast. A monster made of blind rage. But at its core, your course, I think it's really sad. Adam. Not that you're sad, it's sadness. At the core of all this is sadness. And it makes me sad that you all became this way. It didn't have to be this way. I know you guys must have suffered and been hurt a lot to become this damaged. And I mean this. Somewhere, I know there's still some good within you. Oh, fuck you. Let him speak. Earl raises his hand sharply, but his eyes had started to lighten, to shine. The world won't change from this hat. Not acts like these, anyways. I don't think something spawned from hate can create acceptance or even love. Not the real kind. I just don't see how you can love something because you fear not loving it. People need to be shocked into taking notice. You can't just coddle them into acceptance. Maybe not, but the angle is all wrong. Don't be upset, but I think solidarity is coming from hope for change is a stronger bridge to awareness. Tell me how. Well, when someone you love is hurting and is convinced that there's no hope, what do? For me, I hold them. I hold them tight, and I don't let go until they listen and accept my comfort. They'll struggle and cry, but eventually being held is enough. That's enough for them to see that very hope. That things will change, that things do get better. Instead of holding the community with a knife, hold them tight like a friend you don't want to lose. Tell them why they need to see that change through so that they can be happy and move on. And then so can you. Lucky shifts uncomfortably, but even he says nothing. The silence is back once again, but this time it is different. He's right. What? You can't be serious. We wanted the idea of acceptance so much that we mistaken wrath for strength and turned to something unacceptable ourselves. Hate only begets hate. We can't continue the cycle of intolerance. But Earl, let him go. Have you lost it? What about the plan? He'll blab and we won't get away. There is nowhere for us to go. Don't you understand? Not after this, not after what we've done. We were wrong, and now there's no going back. So let him go. Undo his restraints. You ruined everything, Adam. I'll kill him. You dare go against Earl's wishes? Vince roars at Lucky while shoving past him and towards the backside of Adam's chair. The little man's eyes hardened, and you could tell he was holding in a tidal of fury. No, of course not. Vince. Vince had carefully undone the restraints on Adam's ankles and finally removed the handcuffs from Adam's grateful wrist. The tall man walks back to rejoin the trio. Don't thank me just yet. I didn't do it for you. Speechless, Adam stood up slowly, still unsure if this was a trick and they would pounce like rabid wolves. His knees shook under the weight of his newfound freedom, and finally, he was able to let out a breath of nervous relief. Go. Those doors will lead you to the exit, the first foyer. I'm not leaving without Bart. Go quickly before I change my mind. This place is going to be an inferno soon. But Adam takes one final look at his former friend. Despite all that's happened, there is still something there for him. Vince, come with me. Adam, just go. Vince says with a smile. I'm staying here with Earl. The three of us stay together. So just get out of here before I do something they'll make me regret. Adam nods, his eyes tinged with sadness but also determination. He rushes past the trifecta, and just before he bursts through the double doors and then towards the library, he looks back. Earl, Vince, and Lucky hold hands as the closing of the doors behind Adam seals them away. The brightness of the room seems to envelop them, and like a dream, they vanish into white light. Adam had barely enough time to escape. By the time he burst through the front doors of the mansion, it was already covered in searing flames. Billowing orange smoke poured out from the crumbling remnants of escape mansion WeHo, as dancing firelight reflected in his eyes. There is no way anything, not evidence, and not anyone could survive the intensity of that giant blaze. It illuminated all of WeHo. Adam was still in shock over the events of the night, but at least he was alive to witness the aftermath. He had survived. Relieved and happy underneath an indigo sky of merciful stars. A few months later, bright sunlight floods the cabin midday as Adam reads a book aboard a train destined for Portland. The sunshine heats up his left arm. The feeling is warm and comforting. Excuse me, sorry, is it okay if I sit here? Adam's reading was interrupted by the soft whisper of a young man in his mid-20s. His voice is scratchy, nervous but soft and kind, sounding with just a hint of that lisp. It's a cute voice, Adam thinks to himself. Hey, yeah, sure, no worries. You can take the window seat, best one in the house. Really? You don't want it for yourself? No, I'll be too busy reading, so the view's kind of wasted on me. The man keenly looks at the layouts on the open pages of Adam's book. Ah, that's a cool textbook. Are you a graphic designer? Not yet, but I'm going back to school for it in the fall. In Portland. Let's just say LA isn't a good place for me. Not anymore. It's time for a new adventure. The indie music scene in Portland is really awesome, by the way. Nice, are you headed there too? Oh, yes, but only for a visit. For family. Adam and the passenger exchange warm smiles. Well, go on then, take the seat. Before I forget, I really like that shirt. This, the man says with an embarrassed tone. He clutches the bottom hip and pulls it down as if he's hoping it will stay lowered. That's my favorite, although honestly it's getting a little small for me now. Well, I think you look great, Adam says with a smile. Oh, really? Thank you. A pink blush came over the man's face while he haphazardly tries to pick up his luggage case behind him. Adam sighs and looks out the window while his new neighbor is lodging his stuff in the above compartment. A satisfied and genuinely happy smile softens Adam's face. A new dawn is on the horizon. The sight of cold glass skyscrapers will soon erode away, as the trip along the coast opens up to reveal a sky full of promise. Learning, change, and then finally, redemption at last. Holy shit, we did it, you guys. That was brilliant. I loved it. Soul Softy, yay. That's what the goddamn name is. So what ending did we get? Is it perfect ending? True ending? And now the lag is real. I think it's lagging, I can't tell. Oh, that was fucking brilliant. I loved it so much. Oh, we got the good ending. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck all of you. Okay, that was brilliant. I loved it so much. This was honestly one of my favorite games I've played. I'm so glad I played it alongside What Remains of Edith Finch. Those two are my absolute favorite games at the moment, along with the Who We Are Now demo. So these three games have honestly rejuvenated my soul so much. Let's see what happens if I click out. Nothing happens. Okay, so it just goes back to there. So I'll give my thoughts now. I thought the story was really well done. The touch on racism in the gay community, that's I it's I don't know how to really approach it because I think there's so much going on in here, such as the promiscuity, the whole worshiping the white guy. Because I've been in that boat before. I mean, holy shit, half the guys I liked have been white, and then I've liked the other dudes, black guys, Hispanic guys, uh, Latin guys. Okay, I like all sorts of guys, really. but in all body types. Obviously, I mean, I'm fucking fast. I'm fucking fat as shit. If you see my Instagram, uh, or if you have me on Snapchat too, I tend to post photos of myself, but you know, but yeah. So I'll touch on the racism. That was really well written. I love the way they touched on it because if you probably did hear me mention it a couple of times about how the way Adam sounded, like the way he said something about Earl, like, oh, he's pretty good looking for an Asian guy. I'm like, okay, who the fuck says that? That's a little bit rude. And the way he kind of looks down upon Vince for not being outspoken, beforehand. But I thought it was really well done. The music creeped me out. The characters are really well designed. I fucking loved them. Goatman was creepy. The lion, Lucky as the lion, that was terrifying, and so was Earl as the snake, the viper. But yeah, this was fucking brilliant. I loved it. I thought it was fucking great. Um, I do wish I would have gotten the set scenes, but it's YouTube, so I can't really post them here. I don't know if I'm gonna post it on VidMe, as I'm not partnered with them yet, or I'm not verified rather. So I have an upload limit of a gigabyte um, a week, and that week I used up already. So for like three of the episodes, I can't get episode three to upload on there, so I'm having issues with that right now. Um, so if I do get a chance, I will probably leave a link to Tumblr, well, my Tumblr, showing the set scenes. If that's okay with Soul Soft, I'll have to get in touch with them first. If it's all right if I post those scenes. Um, I will try to do the all endings because I know there's a bunch of endings. You already saw me die. I know there's a couple of other endings. The bad ending, to be continued. I forgot what else there is. There's more set scenes with Pierce and Bart, I believe. I don't know if there's any with Earl and Vince, but I really would love to check that out. I'll have to figure it out. Like I said, I did use help from the forum for the Let's Meet Adam forum board. I can't speak. Okay, I'm just so impressed with this game. I'm never really truly impressed with games because I can usually leave them lackluster. I mean, not that I hate them, but I love the games I played. I only play games I truly enjoy for the channel. But Let's Meet Adam, incredible visual novel. I recommend it to anyone. Um, but yeah. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See if I want to hear your opinion, see what you thought of the game, what you thought of the playthrough. And if possible, let me know if you want to see more of the endings. If not, I still want to do it for myself at least. I haven't fully decided if I want to upload it, but if there's enough attention, I would very much like to, and I probably will anyway. Upload try to get a walkthrough for all the endings. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for sticking with me for this series. Again, I'm really impressed with how well this did, especially for me. The views were really nice and generous for me, and they haven't been this generous in a long time. So I really do appreciate all of you that stuck around to watch this. Um, it was an incredible queer horror thriller visual novel, and I fucking loved it. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I'll see you all next week for some kick-ass videos. I haven't decided what my next series is going to be. With Edith Finch wrapped up this morning. And then I gotta see, because I'm also going on vacation next month, so I have to grind out some videos for the week and a half that I'm out. So, but yeah, bye for now, guys. I really love all of you right now so much. Bye for now.